Well, for some of you, this could be a court case or something you thought you'd lost, or something you were going to have to take a hit on or a loss on, and you're getting a second shot at it. So this could be an insurance payout. It could be a legal settlement. This could be, you could be winning a court case that you thought was not going to go your way. It could be a renegotiation of terms of sorts. It could be communication from a karmic relationship from the past. Doesn't have to be romantic. We have contracts, karmic relationships with everyone in our lives, from our parents to our kids to our nieces to our nephews, co-workers, bosses. So, I mean, it could be anybody, but, it could be romantic for some of you, an old partner, an old love returning. Or at least communication from them now, whether or not you open that door again. Because, I always get comments of, some people want it back and others, and it's almost never the one you're thinking about. I'll just tell you that from experience, especially in these general readings. It's almost never the first one that comes to mind. But yeah. You don't have to let them back in. You don't have to respond to the message, but everybody has free will. And it looks like somebody, Leo, is looking to communicate with you. Or, again, general reading, these energies can be in the reverse, and you're the one reaching out, trying to reconnect with someone that you want a second shot with. Because this is all about, second chances. Could also be a second chance at a job opportunity, because this is the rune of the job interview, or a second chance taking an exam. If some of you maybe didn't quite finish up what you needed to do to get your diploma, there may be a chance here in the summertime to take a course you need and get those last few credits and graduate, get your diploma. Maybe a chance to retake a certification exam. Something of that nature. And this time would be if you've taken this before and you failed, or something happened, or where you just missed it, you'll have a better go around this time. Mercury is retrograde in July, but again, if it's a retaking, anything RE is accentuated. So it would actually be a good time to take something like retake an exam that you already took. It's actually an ideal time for that. Or, and a lot of times people from the past do reappear during Mercury retrograde. So, there could be returns. You could be hearing back from a job, particularly if it was connected to legalities, like a paralegal job, legal secretary, or if you are a lawyer, a job with a firm, anything to do with law enforcement. Maybe you were wanting to go to the police academy, you're wanting to graduate from the police academy. So there could be connections to that with the justice right here. For some of you, this could be something that you first started as long ago as fall of last year. So it could have been between September 21 and December 21 that you started this process. You took this job interview, you took this exam for the first time. It could be going back as far as that for some of you. So interesting. But you could be getting word that somebody wants to renegotiate a settlement or settle a case. Something's up for negotiation once again. So your challenge for the month, got the Four of Wands in reverse. And here's what it looks like in the upright. There may be some sort of delay around home improvements that you were wanting to make, or if you were wanting to plan a wedding, plan an engagement party. If you were helping do that, maybe it's like you have a daughter or a son that is planning a wedding, and you may, because of this thing coming back from the past, you may have to delay or not be able to help as much in July. If the event is taking place in July, it's interesting. You've got 2 4s here. For some of you, maybe it's 4 months out. So you may not be able to help as much in July with that. If it's your own wedding, you may not be able to devote as much time. I feel like somebody out there, one of you Leos, if you are planning, your own wedding and trying to kind of figure things out, you may be getting upset with your partner because they're not pitching in and helping out, or they're not interested at all. and helping plan this thing, or, you know, and men can be especially like not, you know, straight men. Anyway, it can be very just, you know, uninterested in that sort of thing. And I'm sure some gay men are too, but in particular, it can be very difficult to get them to sit down and look at things like floral arrangements and decorations, you know. But you may be getting very frustrated with that, Leo, because then that puts it all on your shoulders. So yeah, it could be working in the reverse, where you're trying to get help and everybody seems to be like giving you excuses or putting things off, and you're like, hey, we need to get this nailed down. Like, we don't have a lot of time. So yeah, there could be some arguments or disagreements or instability around home, around family. I feel like for most of you, though, your challenge is something that you need to get done, or that you're feeling pressured to get done, is put on hold or has to be delayed, or you're just not going to have time to devote as much time to it this month, probably because of whatever's coming up with this. Now, for some of you, this could be settling a divorce, settling a separation issue. It's interesting because Aries just had this room come up, but in a different position. So yeah, for some of you, maybe this settlement you're negotiating, maybe this is a divorce settlement, a separation. Your challenge, though, is to sever ties. So there could be like, I'm trying to sever ties with someone in the family, or I keep trying to cut off from this person, but I keep, you know, maybe this was an inheritance situation or something, or some sort of legal dispute among family members with the Four of Wands, but or maybe somebody got in trouble with the law. Maybe one of your kids, or maybe you did, Leo. You know, you're getting like a chance to negotiate terms. So yeah, it could be that. But others of you, I think you're really just trying to break off with somebody. If it's not a family member, you could be trying to end a marriage, trying to like, I want to get this settled and finalized and move on. But that's not going to be all of you. Like I was telling Aries, just because this room comes up, it doesn't mean like every Aries or every Leo is going to be getting divorced. No, that's not the case, but that could be for some of you what's going on here. Because I feel like for some of you, like until that gets resolved, maybe your living space or where you're going to be living, like that's part of what this is, what's being negotiated. And so you can't really move on with your life, or maybe even physically move if you want to, until this is all taken care of and divided up and you know what legally is going on. So your challenge, I think, is to just wait it out. Your challenge is to just kind of, you know, twiddle your thumbs and do nothing, because there's nothing you can do until, you know, it's like the ball's in someone else's court, and until they kind of toss it back to you, there's not a lot you can do about it. Others of you, this could be like fixing your home, or renovations, or getting something done physically to your home. Has been delayed or has to be put off until you get this money, perhaps. Maybe this was an insurance claim, again. Money that you thought you weren't going to be getting, and now you are to get something fixed, but now you've got to wait for the check. Maybe it's not coming as soon as you were hoping. Maybe it won't be coming till August. You know, with Mercury retrograde, the best laid plans of mice and men are all out the window when Mercury shows up in retrograde. The help that's going to be available to you, the Five of Cups. So it's interesting. Let me hold that up a little bit longer. There's so much detail in these cards. So, and of course you can search the deck online. It's the Paulina Tarot. I mentioned her name give the details at the beginning of the video. So yeah, if you want to check out her work online, yeah, I would definitely encourage you to do so. Because I think you can look through all the cards online. Any tarot deck, they usually have like unboxings on YouTube, or they will have, you know, you can see close-up images in Google. So check it out. What's coming through with these runes? Well, whatever this Five of Cups is about, it's the crying over spilt milk card. It's like, you know, yes, this was disruptive. Yes, I'm sorry this didn't work out, or I have regrets about this situation. And again, this is going to be in varying degrees. So for some of you, this could be quite like I am sorry to lose this relationship. I'm sorry it didn't work out. But at the same time, this was supposed to happen with Fabulous here. So this is one of those help months where the help is actually like when you're not probably going to see it in the moment because there is some sort of attachment, still going on or feelings or emotions. Like I'm still feeling connected to this. And yes, I know I need to move on and move forward, but there's something that may be going on. It's a big life change. Probably kind of, for many of you, you feel like it was some aspects of it anyway, or maybe the whole thing. For some of you, it was just kind of forced on you because it was someone else making the decision. And then you're just left to kind of pick up the pieces or figure out how to move on from here. But this is a good thing. So whoever this is, if there is someone leaving your life, it's a good thing. If there is a delay on a project or a wedding or, any sort of an event, you're probably not going to see how it's actually going to help the situation or how it's going to be better for you personally in July, but you will. It's leading to new beginnings, and it's leading you to, and the new beginning could be a new love, a new project, a new job, a new home. You could be getting more money to spend on a new renovation. So, you could really be able to, create something into this beautiful vision you may have in your head. For those of you that it is more about the structural, your home or where you're living. If you're moving, you could be able to move into your dream home. What seems like a loss in July, not going to seem like that a few months out, Leo. Now, for others of you, it could just be that you're the one having to hurt someone or cause, you're sorry for the hurt you've had to cause because maybe you kind of surprised someone and said, hey, I'm not happy. I got to leave. I feel like you've had this kind of separation energy going on last month as well, Leo. And kind of off and on for a little while. So, again, because there's so many of you, some of you may already be past this because you're not all moving through the energy at the same time, although you'll be dealing with the same energy at certain points just because astrologically you're all connected by Leo in some way. So you'll be dealing with some aspect of this, but the timing is going to be different. So some of you may have already moved through this. But you may regret that you had to hurt someone and had to kind of surprise them with, hey, I'm going on to this new life. And I'm going to move on without you. And, so you regret it, but at the same time, you're free to move forward. The help is going to be not to linger on loss, not to linger on regret, because it's for the best no matter what, but and even though you may not see that in July, some of you will, others of you, it's going to take a little while before you see, that thing that happened back in July, it's a good thing that happened, even though I thought it was, I was sad about it or kind of down about it then. It actually led me to this wonderful new beginning or this new job or this new home or this new life, new person. Yeah, kind of a lot of emotions going on. I feel like this is more about, personal here. Some of you, this wedding that's getting delayed, this could be in a way spirit intervening. If there are frustrations around scheduling, they're like, well, no, we can't fit it in for that date, but we could do it this date. This wedding may not be taking place. And that may be a very good thing, even though in the moment it's like, everybody's very upset about it. That's the day they wanted to get married. So whoever this is getting married, and if you, Leo, it may be like, you may be deciding before this 4 or 5 months, I don't know if this person's even right for me. What must be accepted? You've got your own card, Strength. It's the Leo card. So this is extending into August, I feel like. That end of July period into early August as well. Since that's also the time frame associated with your card. It's a month where you're just going to be enduring. That's going to be the month kind of in a nutshell. And you're going to be the one that is, I feel like you're the one that knows how to handle everything, Leo. So no matter how you're feeling on the inside, you're going to be handling it. You're going to be doing what needs to get done and putting out fires. I just see you putting out fires. This could be at work, within the family, within your own relationship, dealing with this bureaucratic stuff. Again, if this is a payout or maybe having to reschedule things and go places unexpectedly or totally redo your schedule so that you can go retake this exam or take this course so you can get your degree. There's something you've got to rearrange, and it's for your benefit, and you're determined to do it because this is also about being focused and determined to achieve something. But there is this period with this card of, okay, when I get to the other side of this, it's going to be great, but I got to endure this crazy schedule or, trying to work and also take this course or go, or study for this certification thing again. Or maybe it's in the middle of a work day and you're like, I wasn't planning on that. So I have to figure out if I can get that day off or schedule this in so I can retake this. So a lot of running about. And I'm seeing, you and people around you being short-tempered just because it's like there's never enough time. There's never enough time in the day. And you may also be arguing, disagreeing with, having to go meet with a soon-to-be ex or someone that you are this family member that you're trying to move on, get this legally settled, or just let's work out this karma so I don't have to deal with you anymore. I've been trying to sever ties with you. Some of you maybe for 4 or 5 years, and you just can't lose this person. You just can't shake this person. For some of you, maybe it is time to ask spirit and see if you can get some reasons why won't they let them, what am I supposed to be learning from this so I can learn it and move on? Why am I not able to break my ties from this person? I just feel this I'm feeling this kind of frustration a little bit with why? Why do I keep having to deal with this person? Why can't I just be done with this? Because I feel like you're so I just want to be over and done with this so that I can get the better job, get the better house, move out, get the money, get the settlement, and move on with my damn life. And it's what? So I feel like by the time, you have all your birthdays, Leo, by the time we're moving into Virgo, I feel like all of you will have moved through this. And again, that doesn't mean all of you are going to have to wait that long. I feel like some of you are moving through it in July. Others of you will still be dealing with it in August when the sun's in Leo. And then after that, it does seem that the majority of you will have moved out of this energy and onto this good, awesome new beginning. The outcome, though, for July is the Four of Pentacles. So this is financial stability, but you are being guarded. And so you're guarding your money, you're guarding your resources, guarding your heart, guarding what you say, being very careful. Maybe especially around someone that you do not trust, perhaps a female or feminine energy that is almost like trying to get any information they can. This is like a double agent kind of energy. So if you're getting a divorce, this is just an example. If you're going through a divorce, perhaps this is the sister of your soon-to-be ex, or someone that maybe when you were together with this person you palled around with, but you may feel like you're kind of being slyly pumped for information, or not so slyly. I feel like you see right through this, Leo. You know what this person's up to, because it's they're going to get this information and run back to someone else. It could be on the work front, since we're talking about Pentacles here, so we could be this could be totally separate from what else going on, but this could be an insurance adjuster, or somebody you call. So make sure you know who you're dealing with, and before you give out any information to a new person or someone you haven't spoken with, if they're not from your insurance company or whatever, you may want to check with your agent or check with the adjuster or check with your lawyer, or who is this person, and should I be sharing this information? You're going to make sure you double check all those things with Mercury retrograde, Leo, because you don't want to give somebody information that could give them ammunition in some way. So yeah, I would double check, like, who is this person? Others of you, I feel like you know this person, you know who this is, and you know what they're up to. So you're being very guarded with what you say. You may be being very guarded with what you're sharing online, on social media. And also be careful what you're telling people. For others of you, I mean, this could be someone who you very much feel like is on your side in this. Because again, if it's a family thing where you're arguing with one family member, it could be another family member that you feel like has your back and then doesn't. If it's in a friend group, it could be, like, oh, this is my bestie, but then you're finding out that she's telling this person that you're upset with everything that you're saying. You just be very careful with trusting people, even people that you feel like you can, Leo. And I wish I could tell you, yeah, you've got somebody to vent to, but I would make it someone totally removed from the situation. I think for most of you, though, you know this person's game because you already know to be very guarded. If you are very guarded, though, you're going to be successful at keeping whatever information you need to keep from this person away from them so that they can't, take advantage of that or get one over on you in some way.